Hey everyone, it's Kaylee. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so that you can get more notifications when I make new videos, because let's face it, I'm pretty random with my schedule. I'll be real with you. So basically this video is about why I quit working at a call center and what it's like to work at a call center. So I'm just going to get right into the video. So basically I just quit my job at a call center, and I'll explain first what it's like working there and why I quit at the end. So what it's like working there is, it's like I can only describe it as like a honeybee hive. So you have little cubicles all over the floor, and everybody is dialed into their phone, and the calls just keep coming. Like there's no breaks in between the calls. So it's kind of like if you pictured robots, and it's thank you for calling, my name is, and over and over and over again, and you can hear it echoing from all around you. I just moved to Halifax, so I was really excited to get a job because it would be a great way for me to meet people, and I was deadly wrong with this job because you're so isolated that you can't talk to anyone else around you because they're taking calls. The only reprieve you can get is on your lunch break, but again, I worked on a floor with 500 people, so the people that you'd see on your breaks, like you could make small talk with, but it would be kind of awkward anyways. So there was absolutely no way that I was going to meet anybody there. There's no way that I was going to make any friends there, and it was very dehumanizing. So basically what I was doing was I worked at a bank call center, so I would just take calls related to banking. I'm not going to go into any further detail on how I did my job because I don't want to get sued, and you know, banks they make money and they have good legal teams, so I'll just leave it at that, and I'll move on to why I quit. So why I quit was when I had originally applied for the job, it just said customer service officer on the top of the description. So I thought like a teller or something like that. I was naive. And I had a couple phone interviews and I got the job. And then when I got there, I realized what it was. And I had to go for like classes to learn how to do the job and all the steps that you take while you're doing it. So I had a few weeks of training that way, and then I was on the floor taking calls. So while I thought to myself, like, they're paying pretty decent money. Somebody else had told me that I was training with that it was almost impossible to make the same amount of money if you didn't have like a good education or something here. So I thought to myself, you know what, I'm going to give this a good try. Like, I'll put in my best effort. I don't want to be a quitter. So that's what I did, and I gave it a month, and by the last weekend of it, I contemplated about it, and I searched up this video, and I'll insert a clip here.
Okie dokie. Again, my name is Steven. Thank you for calling Centel. You have a great day.
I actually liked Gus at first sight.
Welcome to hell, dickhead.
Well, maybe not first sight.
I'm sorry? Hell. People hooked up to machines like slaves. And the smell? It's pure underarm.
And pretty much that's how it was. And I just thought to myself, I only live once, you know, and I don't want to be a little ant in an anthill. I don't feel like that's my destiny. Especially with the job itself, they have metrics on your phone, so you even have to, they measure, your management measures how much you go to the bathroom. You have to take calls back to back. You can't have like a break. You can't take like, I forget what it's called, but it's if you do after call, you can get a break between your calls, but you're not supposed to do that. So basically it made me feel like I was a machine. They had shifts where they didn't tell you what shift you were going to have, which is something else I didn't know going into the job, and they didn't tell you, is that you get assigned a shift, and you have to have at least a year's seniority to change your shift. So, and I thought when they called me and they said, how is your availability? I thought to myself, well, it's a bank, like, they're not open late. Of course I have full availability. You know, they have holidays and weekends off, for sure. Little did I know, you at the call center, you have holidays and weekends. You can work holidays and weekends, and you can work until 1 o'clock in the morning. So I came to a decision over the weekend, and I think the reason why is mostly because I only have one life to live, and I don't see myself being fulfilled by sitting in a little gray cubicle reciting the same thing over and over and over again. And I don't think that my mental health could take it to be like that for that long. If you've watched any of my previous videos, I'll just put a link up here. But yeah, so basically I have an anxiety disorder, and the back-to-back calls over and over and over again and saying the same things over and over and over again, and the monotony of it, but also the stress of it at the same time is the worst combination. It's kind of like anxiety and depression, like they don't go together, but when they do, it's the worst thing ever. That's pretty much how I felt about this job. So, yeah, it gave me a really bad anxiety, honestly. But basically, I decided that, if I'm going to be doing something, I want to have, moments of peace to myself. I want to be able to make friends. I want, I find like, jobs shouldn't be this sacrificing. It's almost like when you hear about the Amazon warehouses, that's how I felt. Like, it was very dehumanizing, and no amount of money. I was like, wait, what if I made $1 million? Even then, no amount of money could have made me do that for the rest of my life. And I want to start a career, or at least get a job where I can move up at this point in my life. So I feel like, why waste time on something like this? And that's why I quit. So if you're currently working in a call center, I feel for you. Honestly, it takes a lot of patience and a lot of, you have to be a Zen person to be able to get through that. So if you get through that, then congratulations. Like, you deserve a gold star. And I can totally see, honestly, why companies are outsourcing this, because it's not a good job to work at all. I'd honestly rather work like pretty much doing anything else. So, yeah, so thank you so much for watching. Have you ever worked at a call center? Let me know. And let me know what your worst job ever was, because I think this is topping the list as one of the worst jobs that I've ever had. So yeah, thank you so much for making it this far. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in my